circumstances in the world today demand bold action, bold vision. In the face of those, Antioch has designed itself to be a new kind of college that prepares students to live lives of intention, to use their imaginations to build the world that they want as opposed to the world that they're going to be granted. We've done this by giving students much more agency to create and own that education, to govern their college, to collaborate with their faculty, not only on content, but on ways of extending their classroom learning in the real world. We've developed 5 areas of practice, which we think are the maps to critical community and world issues: environmental sustainability, democracy, diversity, and social justice, well-being, creativity and story, and work, world, and resilient community. Through those areas of practice, students are able to own their education, to learn experientially, to be in service to something larger than themselves, to act for justice.
We're asking students to really take charge of their own education, which means bringing agency and making choices not only about what classes they want to take, but what kind of professional engagement and communities of practice that they would really like to see throughout their time at Antioch. It's essential to us as faculty to get to know them and what their needs and their passions are so that they are really owning those pathways and making those decisions for themselves.
The community we have can facilitate their success after they leave. And they should really use those relationships, both with students and faculty and staff, that can open doors, make them aware of opportunities.
Our main goal is for students to find and lead purposeful lives, not only here at Antioch, but beyond their time at Antioch.
I knew I wanted to go to a school that had some flexibility in that way. If there's a class that we don't offer, create it yourself. I definitely take advantage of that opportunity many times over now with different professors, just creating exactly what my interest is in that moment.
You are giving an opportunity to make what you dream, make it realized, and you're given the option in a lot of ways to make mistakes.
I think it's important to have choice and autonomy in what you're learning about because there's so many wonderful, inspiring things to learn about in the world and important things.
Here at Antioch, experiential learning is really our forte, not only experientially in the classroom and all over campus, but students have the opportunity to go out on CoOp in cities all over the United States, sometimes in rural areas, even going abroad and working internationally.
CoOp is a part of the year that you go to a real job that you have found or that your CoOp advisor has helped you find, and you can get real-life job experience that is either a resume builder or is just something that is interesting to you in the moment.
It can be as informative for students to figure out, wow, that experience changed my life, or that's a pathway I don't want to go down. And for our students now with our new curriculum, they're required to do that 3 different times, and they have an option for a 4th one. That's building a huge experiential resume.
There's a lifestyle associated with the job, associated with some career that you don't really know until you're living that for months on end. You don't get a taste of what that is in the classroom. So I might have had a false impression if I just went through 4 years of school without any time or quarters where I would get credit for doing that work. So I really appreciate that it's built into the curriculum. It facilitates it.
Acting for justice has been a part of the fabric of Antioch College since its inception. Students have been involved in the anti-war movement, Freedom Summer during the Civil Rights Movement, consent before the current Me Too movement, and students are continuing that legacy in contemporary issues such as Black Lives Matter, rights for the LGBT communities.
They don't make social justice scary here. They make it something doable that you can do in your classroom, that you can do in the real world. I think Antioch is definitely trying to give us these tools to go out and enact that change. But I think the way that they're teaching us to fight these things is by communication and by empathy.
I've had the time of my life here. And it was just something about Antioch, the passion that they had about reform, fair housing, fair jobs, just giving people that are returned citizens an opportunity and a chance. This place has saved my life. Had I not chosen this place and went to the other schools, I don't know that I would be where I am in radio, where I am educationally. I don't know that I would have learned what I've been learning here.
We know that the conventional liberal arts college model doesn't work. And it doesn't matter how progressive or innovative the school is, but the financial model is broken and the educational model is insufficient. Antioch's deep traditions of learning by doing and of winning victories for humanity position us to create the first college of action.
When I'm allowed to choose what I want to learn, I'm more excited about it. I understand its inherent value because I chose it because I valued it. I think that is something that will definitely stay with me past Antioch, past any educational institution, whether I go to grad school or not, is this kind of positive relationship with pursuing knowledge, just like joy.
I hope you're excited about this new kind of college and making education and agency for students in the world today a priority. In fact, I hope you are so inspired by what we're doing at Antioch that you will want to join us in making a new kind of college, a college of action.